Welcome back to this Kyle's Garage. Welcome back to this Kyle's Garage. In this video I have a 2014 Audi S4. So anything from a 2009 to 2016, which is a B8 model, it's pretty much the same. In this video we're going to do the upper and lower control arms in the front. So let's begin. So these are the parts we're going to use. And it comes with everything you need in one kit. It comes with ball joints. It comes with the bolts because these are torque to yield bolts. So you have to replace all those. Also make sure you buy a pair of pinch bolts because those sometimes they seize and you have to cut them up and butcher them up and hammer them out. So we have everything we need here. So this is the notorious pinch bolt on these Audis. What happens is this bolt is steel and this is aluminum, this knuckle here, and this corrodes inside here and seizes up. So it's a good idea to hit this with some of your favorite lubricant days before in advance. Just shoot it up in here. So this is a 16 millimeter. I'm going to take the nut off first. And as you can see, the whole bolt turned, so that means that thing is coming out. That was a piece of cake, folks. Piece of cake. That's gonna come out. Let's test the other side, see what happens on the other side. Let's check out this side. That's gonna come out too. You see that spinning in there. So we did good here. This will come out nice and easy. Coming out like butter, baby. Even those came out like butter. Woo! I love it. Look, everything just popped out. Piece of cake. Okay, now I just rolled up some sanding paper. And I'm just going to go in there, and this has no corrosion. I'm thinking this has been taken off before, and we got lucky. So that's why everything is coming out nicely here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm also going to go in here and clean these holes up. But these are nice and clean, so there's not much to clean here. And I'm going to use some brake cleaner to clean everything out once I'm done. Alright, so the upper front control arm, I'm going to use 2 wrenches here to crack this loose. That. That's that. Okay, now this side, I have a wrench on this side because there's not enough room to put a ratchet. And try to crack this one loose as well. Yeah, baby. And now this side. Came right out. Just a quick note on here. Make sure you match these parts up before you put them on. And this says left on here. That's the driver's side. And this is the upper rear. And this is the upper front. Okay, now the end link for the sway bar. I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, the kit also comes with sway bar end links. So we're going to change this too. That's a 16 millimeter back here. Put a ratcheting wrench on there. And you can also take this shield off in the back if you want more room. That. Alright, now on this side, the end link. Oh yeah, baby. Woo! She's on there tight. It's spinning. So let's go. And that's out too. Now where the strut connects to the lower control arm here, that's 18 millimeter bolt and 18 millimeter nut. Go ahead and take that off. Alright, for now we're just going to put these in, hand tight. Keep it up here for now. Tighten it until it stays. Don't tighten it all the way down. Okay, fine, leave it there. Tighten her down. Leave that there. Now for the front lower control arm, that's a 16mm right here for the ball joint. Take that off. Okay, now over here you're going to have to muscle this in because the tie rod boots in the way. And that's in. Alright, so this side's an 18, that's an M12 Triple Square. Go ahead and take that off. Alright, so this doesn't come out. We tried raising the car up to get some clearance, doesn't work. This is in the way. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pop this tie rod out and hopefully push it up by hand, and it should go out of the way so we can take that bolt off. That's a 13/16 that fits on there perfectly. That's a 12 point. So a 12 point socket for that. Alright, so here's the issue here. This bolt doesn't come out, so you have to turn the wheel all the way to the right if you're doing the driver's side, and all the way to the left if you're doing the passenger side. And I popped this tie rod out because I could push it all the way up and give us enough clearance here to pop that bolt off. Look at all the clearance you have there. So go ahead and pop that out. And she comes out, folks. Okay, now over here we're going to put a spreader tool, strut spreader tool. I'll put this in the link in the description below. Just open that bad boy up, turn it. Okay, now there's a flat spot here. Go ahead and knock that out, the ball joint. Alright, so I needed an extra hand here, so my camera girl had to put her camera down. So what happened was we just knocked it over here until it bombed out on this boot over here of the CV axle. Then pushed this whole rotor out and put a pry bar here to wedge this out. And once this flopped out, this whole thing came out. Okay, now take the plastic off the ball joint here. Pop this in and tighten that down. Now in the middle you could put a number 6 Allen, and on top, and the nut is 21mm. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten that down. Now torque this down to 110 Newton meters or 81 foot-pounds. We're good. Alright, now this is a two-man job. Gotta move this out and up. Go ahead. Alright. Now, not in. It's in. Alright, move it out. Okay. Hold on. Alright, we're pretty much in. So this one here I tightened down a little bit. This has to be preloaded too with the car on its weight. Over here this ball joint, that's 40 Newton meters. Let's take this off. Or 29.5 foot-pounds. So, put this in. This doesn't have to be preloaded, the suspension. You could just tighten it down like that. Done. Now the front, rear, lower control arm. For the ball joint, it's 21 millimeter. Take that off. Okay, now over here, you should put this tool in, because there's a sleeve in here and you don't want to mess that up. So it's a ball joint spreader. I'll put that link in the description below where to get this. Tighten that down. So I didn't even have to tighten it, this just popped out off camera. So that was easy. But you could use one of these to take it off. It's 18 millimeter on both sides here. Take that off. Comes out like that. And this arm should wiggle out. Alright, now just put this control arm in like this. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Until it goes in, you can also hit it with a mallet, lightly. Just like that, baby. Who's your clown father? Alright, now put this side in. So this 145 Newton meters here to torque this down. It's also 106. It converts to 106 foot-pounds, and this does not have to be loaded suspension to do this either. Go ahead and crank this down, and we're good. Now this one, don't tighten down too much until you preload the suspension. Now you can raise the car to put this little wishbone in for the strut. Put a lime pin through there. Tighten this down, but again, just snug it a little bit because you want to preload this to tighten it all the way down. Now the end link. They give you two sets of bolts. The shorter one is the one that goes on top. Always catch a few threads by hand first, then you can go ahead and crank it down. I gotta catch the bottom. Alright, now the lower link. Okay, so my camera girl had to pry this up for me over here, the sway bar, and we put this bolt in. Now I'm gonna tighten these down, and I'm not gonna tighten them down all the way, just snug them up. Put some anti-seize over here, and also on the pinch bolt. Go all the way in there with this. Stick it in a hole. So here's an issue that we're having. This CV axle actually popped out. All this was popped out, and we couldn't push the spindle back in to align the top control arms. So this might happen to you. If it does, pop this out, cut the clips that are on this boot, pop this out, and you'll see that this is pushed out. What you gotta do is you gotta grab the rotor. Here, let me show you. Grab the rotor, make sure those are lined up, and just go back and forth and hit it until these pop in the hole over there, just like that. So if that happens to you, that's what you gotta do. Okay, now to get these in. Okay, that's one. You just gotta try to push this in, move it around, and push down. Because these are like ball joints in there, they move around. So some anti-seize on the bolt as well. As long as the bolt slides in, you know that these are all the way down, because there's a channel that the bolt goes through to hold these in. We're going to 40 Newton meters or 29 foot-pounds on this pinch bolt. Okay, now we're going to go on ride height. We're going to load the suspension up until it's barely touching in the front, but it's still on a lift. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Now, these top bolts on these control arms, now that everything is loaded, the suspension, the top is 50 Newton meters on the torque spec, otherwise known as 36 foot-pounds, and plus an additional 90 degrees. So I put a universal joint back there. I'm going to get to it from here. Okay. So that's what you gotta do to get in there. Let me show you. And that's a pain in the butt. So now we're doing an additional 90. This has to come like that to go to 90. So I'll do that right now. And that's good. One side's done, I'll do the same thing on this side. That's done too. And now 90. And that's good. Okay, now the end lengths, these are 40 Newton meters or 29.5 foot-pounds. And again, these have to be preloaded, the suspension. And now an additional 90 degrees. Okay, now for the 90, I'm doing 245s, a swing like this, another swing like that. And one more 45. And we're good. Now to torque the top bolt, you have to take this cover off. These are two 10mm bolts. Okay, so that clicked, that's how I got to it. I'll put a 16 crowfoot on there. There's really no other way to get that. And now I gotta do 90. Alright, we're gonna do 90 on this one too. We might do 245s, I don't know yet. Okay, so that's 145. And another 45. Woo! Now for the front lower control arm, where the strut goes, the little wishbone goes in there. That's 90 Newton meters or 66 foot-pounds. An additional 90. Let's go ahead and do that. Now we do 90. Now do a 90-degree sweep. And we're good. Now for that bolt over there, that's 70 Newton meters by 180 degrees extra. So 70 Newton meters is about 51 foot-pounds. Now for the 180, I'm going to do two 90s. One 90. One more 90. And we're done. Okay, this back one here, the real one. This is also 70 newton meters by 180. Now we gotta do 180. I'll do 290s again. It's 190 and one more 90. That's a 45. And we're good. Alright, so we took it for a test drive. Everything was good. There's no noise or anything like that. Also take it for wheel alignment once you're done. So a few things you gotta be careful of. Number one is the pinch bolt up here. There's a tool for that using an air hammer. I'm gonna put that link in the description below. Also, if you don't have an air hammer, you could also just use heat here and try to hammer it out. Or some people do is they snap the head off and they take the nut off and put washers here and just crank down on it to draw the bolt out. So do that too. And the other issue that we came up with here was the CV axle popped out as the rotor went this way. It popped out of the housing. So you just gotta pop that back in if that happens to you. And the other issue here is the tie rod, the inner tie rod interferes with this bolt here. So make sure when you do the driver's side, you all the way turn to the right to give you a little extra space to take that bolt out. And make sure you put the bolt in like that. Don't put it in the other way around or else it's gonna be hitting the boot. So that's pretty much the issues that we've encountered doing this job. Thanks for watching, subscribe to our channel, like me and share me. See ya!